gets into the highlight. So hello and welcome to my boss and map guides. Today we're looking at Untainted Paradise. Thanks to SpaghettiMonsterShaman, we have an Untainted, which is a Zana mission that is a unique tropical island that only appears as a Zana mission. When you enter this map, it'll look like a kind of like a coast combined with a tropical island, but inhabited by increased monster variety, inhabited by animals, no items, but 397 increased experience gain. The roll on this is 300 to 400%, so it's actually very, very good for it's very good for leveling characters who are in the level range around 66. Previous to this league, and in the leagues Beyond and Rampage, this had a modifier of 1,000 to 1,200 experience. So it's been nerfed quite a bit, but it's still very, very good XP. You'll notice that we came in at just under 1%. So we'll see how much a full clear gives us, and we will do a full clear just for the sake of looking at how much XP we get as a level 89, which is a very, very high level, especially compared to the map level. Previous to the nerf, this map would give you could give you better XP than a level 78, even when you were up close to level 100. The mobs that can spawn on here are crabs, as we're seeing these little just shooter crabs. We can also get, let's throw increased area of effect on here to actually kill things quickly. We saw some bears. You can also get devourers. You can get pretty much any of the animals, but the things to watch out for are leapers and devourers. Right now we have devourers. We have monkeys, bears. It doesn't look like we have any of the leapers, but we might see that later. And Vol skills that have a good AoE. Oh, there's some leapers. Vol skills that have good AoE are especially good here because they can chain one into another. So Vol Stormcall, Vol Cyclone, those kind of things are really effective here. And like I said before, this is a Zana mission only, so you won't find this on PoE.trade. The only place you'll find this is if you bring the Master Zana into your hideout and you do her daily missions. It can also spawn off a Zana in a map, but if you do get one of these maps, I highly encourage you to bring some friends. Everyone can benefit from the XP. It's a fairly straightforward map. The Devourers can make it a little dangerous for low levels, but generally anyone that's above level 60 would benefit from the XP, even if they're extremely high level. The other thing to note here is that gems do not receive the XP penalty for level difference because the gem themselves isn't over leveled. But so right now, despite the fact that I'm getting a reduced amount of XP, my gems are getting the full amount of XP. And those Devourers could have chunked a lower level player, so if you are trying to carry people in here that are lower level, be sure you you check all the ground that they might walk up on. Otherwise, those Devourers will kill your friend and either send them to standard or eliminate any extra XP that they would have gotten from running this map in the first place. But this build's fairly tanky, so I'm not too worried about Devourers. We're nice enough to get kind of a free Untainted by ourselves, so I can just walk through the entire map. Devourers are about the worst thing you'll encounter in this map now. In the league Beyond, you could actually spawn the Beyond bosses and such in this map, and that made it actually fairly dangerous, but the risk reward was very, very high because the the XP was so good and beyond. But now it's just kind of a bonus. If you're in your mid 60s, you'll generally get like a level and a half to 2 levels out of it. If you're above, you know, significantly above that, you're really only running it for gem experience, because a high 70 map will just give you so much more as far as pure player experience goes. But in general, when you clear this map, you want to stay to the really outside, especially if you have Devourers as a spawn, because you want to make sure that you get those Devourers to pop up. And the remaining command is bugged, so that if you do have Devourers or a few other types of mobs that appear, the amount that tells you are left is often wrong. It'll say 0 left, and then you'll find a whole pile of monsters in a corner somewhere. But we're just going to continue to clear. We're hugging this this far wall, and then we'll loop around and hit the coast, and then go through the middle a bit. It's also, because the experience gain is so high in this map, it's especially important that as a group you stick together. If you split off from the group, you're really just denying the rest of the group experience in a very a limited map where you don't get infinite of these unless you're super well connected. But part of the reason that they nerfed these is in 1 week and 1 month races, these are generally enabled. So if you were still getting the full 1200 XP bonus XP in these, you'd have a distinct advantage as as a streamer, as like a prominent community member. And now, yeah, they give you a little bit of an advantage in your mid 60s, but they don't. You won't push to 100 anymore while you're in an Untainted, like you would have before the nerf. And being a Zana mission, it does have an objective, which is to kill the corrupted bosses. In this map, you'll find that the center boss room has 6 or 7 different bosses. It's basically one boss for each mob type that can spawn in here. There's a giant ape, there's a giant devourer, there's a giant leaper. It's kind of a lot of fun. The bosses aren't necessarily hard, but the real point of this map is to get that extra juicy experience, which I'm personally not really taking advantage of right now, because I am a bit high for the map. But we are going to see how many percent towards level 90 I get just through this map. And thanks again for Spaghetti Monster for hooking us up with this. Yay, more Devourers. I actually think the Devourers give fairly good experience, despite the risk that they pose. And then the other good experience givers are the little already open crabs that kind of just shoot peas at you. In the pre-nerf state, I was actually in a group that we all got an entire level off of 1 pack of crabs on the beach. Blue pack, huge pack size, was excellent. Where's some Devos? Come on, baby. There we go. Oh, one left there. So you notice that I did the entire outside edge, and now I'm just kind of curving up into this open space to kind of get any stragglers, make sure I spawn any Devourer packs. The layout on this map is essentially the same every time. It's the beach at the south, these kind of wide open areas in the middle, and then kind of that edge going around back down to the beach. So if you if you clear it the same way every time, then you can kind of make sure that there aren't any extra mobs here. So yeah, the one kind of hink in it is sometimes you won't know if you quite covered like an area that devourers can spawn unless you see a pile of devourer corpses. So, oh hey, we got one left here. There we go. I think I've about cleared it. It says one monster remains. Like I said, that's just completely wrong because all the bosses are remaining right now. But we're just gonna go into the boss room and call that a map. Whoa. We're just gonna go back into the boss room and call that a map. And let's see, like I said, we have a devourer boss, we have a suppressing fire boss, we have a giant monkey, we have a Roa. There's a crab guy in here somewhere, but who knows. And there's a giant blue pack on top of him, so there's tons of extra bonus XP. Yeah, if we don't desync all over the place. And we got about 3% XP from that map, which might not seem like a whole heck of a lot, but keep in mind I am 23 levels above this zone, so getting 3% XP is still a lot of XP, combined with the gem XP you get, and if you're in your mid 60s, that would be a few levels. So thanks for tuning in. This was Untainted Paradise, and I'll catch you later.